Hi, it's Angela, and I'm here with your weekly guidance. This is a 7-day forecast for June 9th through to the 15th. If you are in the Sydney, Nova Scotia area, please join me on Friday, June 15th, for my last messages from Spirit event this season. Super excited to come see everybody there on Friday. There is a small amount of tickets left, so if you want to join us, head over to angelamcclellan.com now. All right, we do have 5 cards pulled. I was just sharing with my Facebook audience that I have been getting so many signs and symbols lately. And I do recall one of the daily cards mentioning how we are just more in the flow and we're more in alignment. But it's almost comical right now with the amount of my own set signs and symbols that I'm getting, my numbers. I'm getting the 111s, the 222s, the 444s, the 666. And so I'm really excited to see because I do feel like we are in this new season, and I do feel like there is that lightness that's coming in with it, and that divine support that I think everybody has been yearning for. So I hope that you're having the same experience. And if you aren't getting your signs and symbols, don't forget to tell your loved ones and tell your divine team what you want them to use so that you know what to look for. Okay. There seems to be, oh, so good. Oh my God. I have the chills that just went right up my back. Okay. So there does seem to be a new experience or transformation, shift or change season. Like that's the I it's hard to say, "Oh, is this like a complete turnaround?" This what it feels like is something that you have already planted the seeds for, something that has already been in motion that is connected to your heart chakra. It's something that your heart's been desiring is coming in and is being put into place this week. And for some of you, it may be those 2 pink lines if you're trying to create a family, or it may be that you're approved for that mortgage for your dream home, or you got that clear bill of health, or you got that job that you have been working towards, or that promotion that you have been hustling for. It's something of the heart. It's something that you've been wanting that is coming in. Okay. And it feels you know what? This is why when I first interpreted, I felt a little bit confused because it felt like this is a big deal. But when things come in that are part of your path, when things come in that are meant to be yours, it can be like a big deal, but it feels so normal because that's your soul saying, like, yep, this is here perfectly on time. You're ready. You got this. Let's go with it. Divine timing is aligned. And it does feel like we've been playing that waiting game. Not that so much like that impatience waiting game where we're just like, tormented within, but just kind of going, I'm waiting for it to come to me. It's going to come to me when it's time. And that is exactly it. Again, connected to that heart chakra is something that is growing love wise or passion wise. So some of you are expanding in the love department, new lovers, new babies, new kittens, new family members. Some of you are expanding in the passion department, right? And it just feels like everything is in alignment with this. And that feels amazing. And I'm not going to lie, it does feel a little foreign because things have been so challenging for so long that it really feels like for the smallest amount of progress, we really had to like hustle so bad, right? And so I'm really happy to see this coming in. That being said, do not get in your head over it. Do not overthink it. Do not overcomplicate it. You're ready. It's coming in as it should. The universe and the divine is supporting it. Let it be. Let yourself be happy. Let yourself expand. Let yourself shift and change. Okay. That is so important. It is time to get to work. You are learning something new. Okay. And so this again, coming in, this can be structured as in school, as in training. This can be in something that you are expanding on your own, your self teaching. This can be walking through an experience that you have never walked through before. Right. But I'm telling you right now, they're showing me that you have the foundation. The foundation is there. You may feel vulnerable. You may feel, like you're lacking in preparation, but you need to be curious with this. You need to allow this to pour into you. And so if you don't know the answers, you will. If you don't know where to start, you will. The answers are coming in, the support is there. You're succeeding. This is an abundance card. This is an expansion card. And so you'll be receiving new experiences, new opportunities, new education, new training, new knowledge that can come in even as ways as new mindsets, right? And so again, some of you, this will be directly connected to your studies and your careers. Some of you, this is going to be purely life experiences, right? With the takeaway of you're ready and the foundation is there. Okay. We do have the Lovers card come out with the High Priestess, and how they're showing me this today is that as you communicate with those who you love and those who you respect, whether we're having vulnerable conversations or hard conversations, you do need to make sure that you're checking in with yourself and grounding your energy. And so with every exchange, there does need to be this kind of like anchoring down of the energy. Okay. This is going to keep you more centered and more in aligned with what you're wanting to articulate and what you're wanting to communicate. Okay. This is maybe even so the feeling of let's think about it and discuss it versus act on it. Because there does seem to be this kind of sorting through the weeds, and there does seem to be this type of communication and the clarity that needs to come to it. This can be as well um, kind of bouncing ideas off of someone that you love and you trust. Okay. And so there really much is this feeling of connection, communication. Don't be in a rush to go do, right? And it's almost like you're saying something and they're like, okay, this is what I'm hearing, right? And it's helping you sort through the weeds. And so, really wanting you, if you're finding yourself torn or you're finding yourself unsure of um, how to make a decision or where you want to go next or how you want to proceed, being able to have these type of conversations, communications, emails, whatever your preferred form is going to be very helpful for clarity. And that's where they're saying, don't worry about the actions right now. We're focused on getting clear with the communications and that there are some things that needed to be sorted out. Okay. There is the walking away. There's endings coming in this week, wrapping ups. And so there is this feeling of people, places, and things that are falling apart, I was going to say falling away. I always say falling away, but they said falling apart. So relationships that are falling apart, promises that are falling apart, commitments that are falling apart. Okay. And that is okay. It says release situations or people that no longer serve you. Seeing the difficulty, seeing the humor in difficult situations, divorced or unmarried, focusing on the career. Now, there's also this feeling of overwhelm. So you're not wanting to take on too much this week. Okay. You're wanting to make sure that you are focusing on balance. And I'm telling you right now, we're not into the following week, but that's going to be really busy, which is why they're saying, listen, this week we're going to be mellow. We're going to be mellow cello. We're not going to take on too much. We're going to think our thoughts and we're going to make a plan and we're going to wait to take action. Right? Because there is this feeling of we are reserving our energy, we are getting focused, we're sorting through the weeds, and we're preparing ourselves for that final 2 weeks of June. Okay. And so balance is an absolute priority this week. You may find yourself a little bit low energy, anyways. There seems to be this feeling of like, oh, you know what? I have a hard time getting up and going. And so know that that is okay as well. So you are meant to have more of a pause or stationary week in preparation for a busy 2 weeks following. Okay. We also want to wrap up the week with new opportunities coming in, little bit of resistance with making decisions. Okay, that's okay. There's time on this. You have time on this decision. Okay. And so, amazing opportunity that's coming your way. Little bit of uncertainty about how to proceed with it, but the outcome is standing in your power and using that emperor energy within you. And it may sound like something like, hey, I would love to do that, but I can only commit to this and this and this. Or, hey, this is all I can do to make this work. Is there any wiggle room, or how firm is this set into motion? So don't worry about needing to decide on the spot, to make the decision at the drop of a dime, and commit to someone that you're not 100 something that you're not 100% about. Okay? There is that need for you to stand in your power and listen, communicate. All you're going to do is ask, and they're going to give you an answer. And that's that. It is not more complicated than that. We're often so worried about about speaking up or going, "Hey, like this is what I can do. This isn't what I can do," as though they're not going to be appreciative. And if they're not appreciative, red flag, right? And so don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Don't be afraid to say, I would love to do that. This is what I can do. Because what I have learned through my experience is that a lot of the times people are coming to you maybe with a half plan, right? Or with a hope and a prayer. And so you coming at them passive and them not having the answers and you not having the answers get you guys nowheres, right? Being assertive, being like, this is how I've done it in the past. This is what I can do. What do you have in mind? Here's some ideas that I have. How can we make this work for both of us? Is exactly what the situation needs. Okay. And so the guides really encourage you to communicate and speak up in the ways that you need. Because remember, guys, it's just a conversation. You get to ask the questions, you get to get the information to make the most informed decision that you can. You don't just have to say yes and then scour and be, completely in knots over something that could have been more comfortable for you if you were to communicate in an honest and efficient way. And that seems to be very important this week because communication showed up multiple times this week. This week is more of regain balance, reserve your energy, get your ducks in a row, shift some things around. We are going into a very busy end of June. The last 2 weeks are going to be very busy. So this is your week to get organized, to put a plan in place, to reserve your energy, to go to bed early, get that sleep in while you can, and make sure that you are communicating honestly with yourself, but also when you're in communication with others is going to be extremely helpful for you this week. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and don't forget to come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily deep dives.